In this training tip, I'm going to explain 3 ways you can start training for the very first time and go from having fun to riding faster.
Maybe there's a group ride you want to join, charity event, or even your first race. This training tip is designed to help you start training for the very first time. I'm going to share 3 simple ways to start training, plus some coaching advice I've learned from coaching cyclists for the past 23 years. Stick around to the end, and I'll give you my 2 favorite workouts you can do today and start training tomorrow. And I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you'd like to start training for, and I'll do my best to give you some advice. In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn how to think about goals, use a training plan that fits in with your schedule, and then track your progress with your data. Cycling is a sport where you get back out of the training, the work that you put in, and that creates this amazing positive feedback loop that leads to a lifetime of enjoyment. I'm Coach Frank. Some call me the Big Cat, and I've been coaching riders who are new to training for over 20 years. My goal, to help you have fun, get faster, and skip all the confusing, overcomplicated advice you hear on the cycling internet. We're going to start with 3 things that truly matter, the ones that actually make it training. And the first one is simple, your goals. As Simon Sinek says, start with why. And here's why. You won't stick to your training unless you know why you're doing it. Your why fuels your consistency, your dedication, and your purpose. It's what's going to get you out the door when it's cold and wet, or when Netflix sounds way better than intervals. Your why has got to be personal. Maybe you want to join a group ride, find a charity event or a race, achieve a Zwift goal, or maybe it's just a healthy, stronger version of you. Whatever your why is, write it down, keep it close, tell a friend or your spouse. They'll help you hold yourself accountable, because once you catch the cycling bug, your why will grow. You'll start stacking new goals. Each one will push you to the next level. Today, your goal may be to join that group ride, but in 2 or 3 months, it may be to hang strong on that group ride, to beat one of those frenemies that you made. And then the next year, it may be to be one of the strongest riders. And yes, for the record, this video totally honors the Velominati rules, especially rule number 3, which is guide the uninitiated, and the famous rule number 5, harden the up, where the Fast Cat version is called FTFP, which is follow the plan. But I digress. Once you know your why, it's time to start following a training plan. The best plan isn't necessarily the fanciest one, it's the one you can follow consistently for months and years. If you think, I'm not serious enough for a plan, the truth is you are. You just need one that fits in with your life and aligns with your why. A lot of new riders jump into indoor cycling apps that throw hard intervals at you day after day. You may improve at first, but eventually you'll plateau, you'll burn out, you'll even quit. That's because their dirty little secret is that cycling fitness is built on endurance, and that means riding longer than 1 hour regularly. So get outside and ride. A good plan is powerful because it uses the same sports science the pros use, mostly training by zones, and this lets you know exactly what to do and when with purpose and precision. Here's how coaches like me think about giving you a plan that fits in with your life. We're going to ask you 2 simple questions. How many days a week can you ride? And what's a reasonable amount of time you can ride on those days? If you're new to structured training, 3 to 4 rides a week works great. 45 to 60 minutes on the weekdays and maybe a little bit longer on the weekend. Mix in Zwift, Peloton, outdoor rides, indoor rides, group rides. It all counts, including cross training. Your very first plan may be as simple as ride 1 hour, 4 times a week for the next 3 months, and you're going to be ready for a structured training plan like the ones we have in Coach Cat. Here's the keys to success. Consistency matters way more than perfection. Missing a workout or 2 won't ruin your progress, but stressing about it can. It's going to suck all the fun out of it. Sustainable progress comes in long-term habits, not short-term heroics. And if you stick with a plan, you can gradually add in more hours, so don't bite off too much too soon. Think about what's reasonable, what you can do now. As an example, 4 to 6 hours per week is going to give you some solid gains. 8 to 10 hours per week, now you're getting serious, and then you can stack on top of that. From there, think about year-round training. Make it a part of your life. Do all the things, lift weights, build aerobic base, do intervals, When these are all stacked in the right order, it's magic. And cyclists who train consistently year round outperform those who start and stop. Finally, your plan should be fun. If you love group rides, make them a part of the plan. If Swift racing motivates you, do those. Fun fuels consistency, and consistency fuels improvement. And it's all tied back to your why. Now,
once you know your why and are following a plan, now comes the fun part, tracking your improvement.
cycling is a unique sport because it gives us real numbers and data to show and prove if your training is working. GPS, power, heart rate, speed, distance, every ride gives you proof of progress. Strava is a fantastic way to see that progress with GPS and longer rides, new PRs, and segment times. But if you really want to take your training to the next level, use the dashboard on CoachCat. It's 100% designed for helping you achieve consistency and flexibility for tracking your rides and your health with wearable data. I do recommend training with Power because it measures exactly what your body did in watts. Heart rate-based training is the next best thing, and you can totally use that if you don't want to train with a power meter yet. The best part, though, about power meters is that they are no longer just for pros. Mini bikes come with one. A reliable unit costs under $500. And honestly, it's going to be the best $500 you can ever spend on your improvement. Way more effective than that fancy wheel upgrade. So once you're measuring power, you'll know if you're getting stronger by these two metrics: threshold power and your level. Threshold power is the single greatest determinant of your fitness and performance potential. And then your level is a power-based metric that measures how fit you are. Think of it like level on a video game and being able to increase your level based on how much training you've been doing. Beyond power, two additional metrics to pay attention to are your streak and then your total weekly hours. Your streak is how many days you've been training in a row and sticking with your plan, because remember, consistency breeds results. The longer your streak is, the more momentum you have, the more on a roll you're going to be. Weekly training hours is really just building sustainable volume. It's the foundation of improvement. The more you ride, the more you're going to improve. The dashboard on CoachCat tracks all four of these cycling metrics, and it's connected to an AI coach for questions and advice and training plan revisions. But perhaps the greatest measurement is what you can do on the bike that you couldn't do before, such as riding farther and faster and making more power output. There is nothing better than the feeling of getting fitter. The bottom line, tracking your data keeps you motivated, and it's proof of your progress. It shows you your training is working and lets you celebrate every step forward that you make, whether it's on the app or out on the road. All right. I promised I would give you my two favorite workouts, but before that, here is one last piece of coaching advice. Find your tribe. Cycling is way more fun and sustainable when you have people to ride with. Join your local bike shop's group ride, connect with a club, or find a few friends to ride with. Training solo is fun and you're going to do it, but community keeps you motivated and helps hold you accountable. These days, there's so many online communities, like the one we have here in this YouTube channel and in the FastCat Strava Club and in our Zwift Club. We host rides with participants from all over the world every Saturdays in the winter. Now, the two workouts I recommend to every cyclist who wants to get faster are 3x10 sweet spot intervals and then the long ride. Now, sweet spot is the ultimate bang for your buck. Go check out our other videos on sweet spot. It's designed for athletes just like you who are starting to train and don't have a lot of time. It's hard enough to make you stronger, but repeatable so you can improve week after week with the limited time you have to train. And with regards to the long ride, you are going to want to do events, and maybe your why involves events that are longer than 1 hour. And so take the longest ride you've ever done and just try to ride a little more. Start with just a little bit longer than your last long ride. If that was an hour, no problem. Go for it with 1.5 hours. If your last longest ride was 2 hours, try to ride 2.5 and walk your way up all the way to 5 hours. Yes, 5 hours. You can do it. And when you do, it's going to change your cycling life. All right. Thanks so much for watching. It's truly an honor to help you get started on your cycling journey. Remember, getting faster and having more fun on the bike comes down to these three things: Know your why, follow a training plan that fits in with your life, and track your progress with your data to see your improvement. If you'd like support with your training, I'd love to help. Leave me a comment below or check out FastCat Coaching, where you can use the CoachCat app that has an AI coach trained by moi and will get you on a plan as I've described above, or work with a one-on-one FastCat coach handpicked and vetted by me who can talk with you and then guide you along every step of the way. Thanks again for watching. I can't wait to hear what you're training for. Now get out there and start pedaling towards your goals.